Our quest to learn more about Bahrain's engagement of Kenyan-born athletes began at the Kapsabet Showground in Nandi County on a Tuesday afternoon in late January. Citizen Sports radio editor Mutwiri Mutuota and I, together with our cameramen, found strategic positions in the showground where we hid and waited because we had been informed that the Bahrain team composed of solely Kenyan-born athletes would be training here from 5 p.m. At 5:30 p.m, we had almost given up, but suddenly this rickety public service vehicle made its way onto the showgrounds. 9 athletes disembarked from the van and held a small discussion before beginning their 45-minute workout. These athletes looked no different from all the other athletes jogging around the showground, except for the fact that some of them wore bright red training gear with the name Bahrain conspicuously visible at the back. The team of 9 lapped the field from 5:15 p.m. to 6 before warming down with some light stretches. They soon got back into the same van and departed. Nevertheless, the foreign coaches we had been told about were not part of the contingent. We were lucky, however, the next time we returned to the showground, as we found some foreign coaches taking the team through a seemingly specialized training program. Clearly, there was no time for slacking, and any athlete who did not carry his weight was quickly rebuked. These athletes were eager to impress their coaches because getting that winning ticket to Bahrain could quickly lift them out of poverty with riches beyond their wildest dreams. We decided to approach some of the athletes and find out more about their arrangement with the Bahrain selectors. This was easier said than done, but finally we got this athlete who agreed to an interview but did not want to disclose his real name. So, for purposes of this interview, we shall call him Kip Sang.
Kelipatan ng Bahrain, ikaindiyan to. Tapos ako promise. Atanichukua ako.
He told us that he had already signed a contract with the recruiters and he hoped to travel to Bahrain later this year, where he would officially adopt their nationality alongside his Kenyan one, since the new Kenyan constitution allows for dual citizenship. The strange thing is, however, he alleges that he does not know the contents of that contract.
French.
When we prodded him further about the sort of incentives Bahrain was giving the athletes, he let us in on what should be a top secret.
800,000. Per month? Yes.
Another athlete who has several friends in the camp gave us more insight into the operations of the third smallest nation in Asia.
Ni pesa. Nasikia pesa ni mingi sana. Unapewa pesa mzuri. Pesa si atiti. Ukikuja 1 Kapsabet, uchunguze wale wanakimbilia Kenya na wale wako nje, manyumba sao zai iko juu sana. Wamejenga manyumba, ukiingia kwao utashangaa kwa nini Kenya usifanyie wanariadha bila hao watu wanafanyia wale wengine.
After some investigation, we found out that the Bahrainian team was staying at a particular hotel in Kapsabet, and we decided to make our way there to request for an official interview. We were rebuffed on our first 2 attempts as no one was willing to talk to us, but finally we bagged an interview with the head coach and team leader, Saudi-born Saad Shaddad Al-Asmari. The former 3,000-meter steeplechase world champion was very happy with the way Kenyan-born athletes represented Bahrain in 2016.
This is so quick. Ruth Jabet, one of the greatest performances we've ever seen.
You know, the king is very happy. The first man in Kingdom of Bahrain is very, very happy, and he give Jabet, Ruth, and Kirwa give him pensions for Kingdom. Yes.
Award.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, and everybody there happy, you know, from airport to hotel.
Ruth's manager told CNN in an online interview that she earned the equivalent of $500,000, which roughly translates to 51 million Kenya shillings in today's dollar-shilling exchange rate, for her exploits in Rio de Janeiro. In addition, the 22-year-old was flown via private jet to Bahrain, where the king gave her a house, a car, a job, and all the necessary documentation to make her life comfortable in her new country, including military status. But her new government is not just satisfied with 1 or 2 medals. Now that they have tasted victory and silverware, Bahrain wants more, and they are already planning medal assaults at the World Cross Country Championships in Kampala next month. Meanwhile, the team that will represent Kenya at the same event is yet to be selected, with barely a month to the event.
And we hope we go to take medals with the Kenyan team and Ethiopian, because very strong, two teams is very strong for cross country, and we need Bahrain to make medal. Yes.
But that is not all. Immediately after the World Cross Country Championships in March, the camp will be reconstituted and another team will begin to prepare for the World Athletics Championships that will take place in London in August. They will have a 5-month preparation period with allowances and accommodation fully taken care of. Meanwhile, Team Kenya, who finished first in the previous edition in Beijing, will only be selected in July, and they will barely have a few weeks of preparation before traveling to London. The kingdom nation of Bahrain is ruled by King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. The 67-year-old monarch was educated in the United States and the United Kingdom and is the first king of his nation after taking over from his father, the Emir. In his campaign to sell the narrative of Bahrain rising to the world, he seems to have settled on sports domination as one of the key pillars.
He look for big team. He need take everything. He need medals. He need world record. He need yes.
With the king's backing, Coach Saad can offer his athletes and their families whatever they want, so as to convince them to change their nationality. We had heard rumors that Bahrain was actually recruiting underage athletes to join their team so that by the time they hit senior status, then they will be fully eligible to compete for Bahrain under IAAF and IOC rules. We posed this delicate question to the coach and he confirmed it.
Bahrain, he look for juniors, 16, 17, no national team. No, he didn't run with the national team.
The legality of this move is in question, although the Bahrainians insist that what they are offering the minors is athletic scholarships and not jobs. In addition, Saad insists that they are not after the creme de la creme of Kenya's athletes, but rather they are only interested in young and upcoming athletes. Unfortunately, with the amount of time and money that they are ready to invest in these young athletes, it will only be a matter of time before they can compete on an equal footing and even upend Kenya's dominance. During the 2016 Rio Olympic Games, 30 Kenyan-born athletes showed up for other countries led by Turkey and Bahrain, with the United States, Israel and Bosnia not too far behind.
Kenya, she can give any country athlete and she's still very strong. This is very important.
Ruth Chebet, Bahrain's first Olympic gold medalist, has no regrets about changing allegiance to Bahrain, and she has nothing but praise for the manner in which they were treated during the Rio Games. The same cannot be said about Team Kenya. The bungled preparations by the Ministry of Sports and the National Olympic Committee of Kenya led to the Rio fiasco, and an investigation commissioned by President Uhuru Kenyatta has not yet been concluded.
I think ndio ilifanya timu ya Kenya irudi chini kwa sababu sisi tulikaa one place for 3 months. Hatukuwa na any disturbances. Na walikuwa kilipa hatukuwa tuna contribute anything for 3 months.
I know what Bahrain did. The support that they gave that girl for her to win that medal. It is very high. You can't compare what Kenya is doing. What Kenya is doing it's nothing at all.
What is not in doubt is that Bahrain has transformed the lives of several Kenyan-born athletes. But at the same time, one must look at the long-term effect of their strategies and what that means for Kenya's dominance on the athletics track in the years to come. Is Kenya giving away promising talent and gaining nothing in return? Does the Kenyan government and athletic stakeholders accord athletes the benefits entitled to them? That is the question that must be answered before it is too late. Reporting for Sunday Live, I'm Waihiga Mwaura.